Welcome back, dear listeners. Today we are venturing into the often dark yet incredibly insightful world of dystopian literature. These narratives, while unsettling at times, serve as mirrors to our deepest societal concerns and fears. So let's embark on this journey and explore how authors craft potential futures to reflect current societal anxieties. Dystopian literature has always had a way of capturing the collective imagination of its readers. It's not just about far-fetched future scenarios, but about extrapolating current trends to their most extreme conclusions. Think about some of the most iconic dystopian novels, George Orwell's 1984 or Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. Both, though, written decades ago, grapple with themes that remain alarmingly relevant today: surveillance, loss of individuality, and the role of technology in shaping society. But why is this genre so appealing, especially when it paints such bleak pictures of the future? The answer may lie in our inherent need to confront and understand our fears. Dystopias allow us to explore the what-ifs of our societal decisions. What if our obsession with technology overrides human connection? What if our governments become so powerful that individual freedoms become a distant memory? These books, disturbing as they might be, provide a safe space to confront and grapple with these questions. They make tangible the intangible, turning abstract fears into concrete worlds. And in doing so, they can also offer solutions, or at the very least, warnings. Take Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tales as an example. It paints a world where women's rights are drastically curtailed, serving as a stark reminder of the fragility of progress and the need for constant vigilance. As time evolves, so do our fears. The dystopias of today are often quite different from those of the past. Climate change, for instance, has taken center stage in recent dystopian narratives. Novels like Paolo Bacigalupi's The Water Knife explore water scarcity in a future American Southwest, reflecting our growing anxieties about environmental degradation. Diversity in representation is another exciting development in contemporary dystopian literature. We're seeing authors from varied backgrounds presenting unique perspectives on potential futures grounded in their cultures, histories, and experiences. This broadens our understanding of dystopia, taking it beyond the predominantly Western-centric views of the past. But amidst these cautionary tales, there's also an element of hope. While they showcase humanity's potential missteps, they also highlight our capacity for resilience, resistance, and rebirth. The young protagonists in Suzanne Collins's Hunger Games or Veronica Roth's Divergent series are testament to the indomitable human spirit that can rise even in the bleakest of circumstances. While we've previously touched upon the historical foundations of dystopian narratives, today we'll dive deeper into their evolution and how modern works differ in their reflection of society's anxieties. Let's start with the rise of digital technology and the Internet. If the 20th century dystopias like 1984 were concerned with state surveillance, then the 21st century counterpart is about corporate surveillance and the influence of big tech. Books like Dave Eggers' The Circle provide chilling insights into a world where privacy is a myth, and our every move, every like, every preference is monitored, aggregated, and used. The line between human and machine is also blurring. With rapid advancements in AI and biotechnology, contemporary authors are raising ethical questions about humanity's place in a technologically dominated future. Novels like Neil Stephenson's Fall or Dodge in Hell tackle the idea of digital afterlives, questioning the nature of consciousness and reality. Another profound shift in the dystopian genre is the focus on socioeconomic disparities. The wealth divide, The erosion of the middle class and the rise of corporate power find their way into these narratives, forcing readers to confront uncomfortable truths about the world's economic structures. Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler is a poignant tale of a society fragmented by wealth, where walled communities protect the privileged and the rest fend for themselves amidst chaos. With the global rise of populist movements and a sense of political unrest, dystopian literature hasn't shied away from these topics either. They offer an avenue to process real-world events, capturing the zeitgeist of political anxieties and presenting them in hyperbolic scenarios. We see reflections of this in books like It Can't Happen Here by Sinclair Lewis. Even though it was written in 1935, its themes resonate with the political climates of various nations today. Gender and sexuality, too, have become focal points in dystopian narratives. While The Handmaid's Tale remains a classic in this subgenre, newer works like The Power by Naomi Alderman, where women develop the ability to produce electrical shocks, turn the tables on established gender norms, questioning the very foundations of societal power dynamics. The beauty of literature, and dystopian literature in particular, is its capacity to evolve. As society grapples with new challenges, whether they are technological, political, or environmental, authors respond, crafting narratives that allow us to confront, process, and, hopefully, navigate these challenges. So, as we journey through these vast and varied dystopian landscapes, it's essential to remember that they serve a purpose beyond mere entertainment. They are cautionary tales, yes, but also tools of reflection, urging us to look within and question our roles in shaping the future. Picking up from where we left off, dystopian literature isn't just a reflection of our fears. It's a tool for introspection, shedding light on the potential consequences of our current actions. While we've delved into some broader themes, let's now focus on ecological concerns mirrored in these literary worlds. One can't discuss ecological dystopias without mentioning Margaret Atwood's Madadam trilogy. The series touches on the aftermath of genetic engineering gone awry, with biotechnological companies having unparalleled power, and where animals are spliced together to create entirely new species for human benefit. Atwood's vivid portrayal forces us to consider our relationship with the natural world and the ethical implications of playing creator. Climate fiction, or cli-fi, as it's often termed, is another significant subgenre of dystopian literature. The Water Will Come by Jeff Goodall is not strictly a fictional tale, but its descriptions of rising seas and their implications feel eerily dystopian. Similarly, The Dry by Jane Harper imagines a world plagued by drought, where water becomes more valuable than gold. These climate-centered novels serve as both a dire warning and a call to action. They remind readers of the fragility of our planet and our responsibility in preserving it for future generations. However, it's not just the environment at stake. These tales highlight how societal structures can crumble when resources become scarce, leading to moral dilemmas and intense power struggles. Another interesting evolution within the dystopian genre is the blend of personal narratives with grand, overarching societal concerns. Emily St. John Mandel's Station 11 is a testament to this. The novel, set against the backdrop of a global pandemic that wipes out a vast majority of the population, focuses on a traveling group of actors. Through their journey, Mandel delves into the importance of art, humanity, and connections in the darkest of times. It's also intriguing to observe how different cultures interpret and portray dystopia. While Western narratives might focus on individualism and liberty, Asian dystopian literature like The Fat Years by Shan Kunchong offers insights into collective memory and state control. In essence, these dystopian tales are far more than just bleak landscapes and authoritarian regimes. They're nuanced examinations of human nature, our collective psyche, and the choices we make. Whether it's the choices of individuals in desperate situations or society's decisions impacting an entire civilization, these stories ask the critical question. As we wind down our journey through the maze of literary dystopias, it's essential to understand the core purpose these stories serve. Dystopian literature isn't merely about painting a bleak and desperate future. It's a magnifying glass, highlighting the cracks and frailties of our current societies. These stories, while often set in fantastical, distant worlds, are deeply rooted in today's realities. Classics like George Orwell's 1984 and Aldous Huxley's Brave New World tackled fears of governmental surveillance and loss of individual identity, respectively. Fast forward to the 21st century, and we find authors addressing the dilemmas of the digital age, artificial intelligence, and environmental neglect. The context changes, but the central premise remains. Our anxieties, hopes, and societal undercurrents are being translated into narratives. It's also crucial to recognize the redemptive undertones present in many of these dystopian tales. Amidst the bleakness and despair, there's often a glimmer of hope, a sliver of humanity that manages to persist. Characters like Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games or Offred from The Handmaid's Tale embody resistance, resilience, and a fierce determination to reclaim their futures. To any budding writers or readers out there, I urge you to dive into the genre with an open heart. Beyond the captivating plots and intense world building, there's a treasure trove of lessons to be gleaned. The questions posed by these novels are universal and deeply personal at the same time. What values are worth standing up for? How does one maintain their integrity amidst chaos? And perhaps most importantly, how do we ensure that these dystopian futures remain safely confined to the pages of a book? Thank you for joining me on this exploration of literary dystopias and the societal anxieties they mirror. Keep reading, keep questioning, and remember, literature is not just an escape, but a mirror reflecting our world's soul. Until next time, this is Susan, hoping you find inspiration and reflection in every story you encounter.